Hello, folks, and welcome back again on IELTS Speaking, your all-time IELTS speaking partner. And today we are back with the upcoming and most awaiting video regarding the cue cards for January to April 2021. So, guys, here is a complete list of the cue cards for January to April 2021. So, let's have a look. We will introduce every single cue card along with their cues one by one, and we will try best to give you ideas as well for those cue cards. And make sure to hit the subscribe button now, because after this we will daily upload the samples for the latest cue cards, part 1 introductory questions and the follow-up questions, and as well as discussion questions so far as part 3 is concerned. So we will talk about the all new cue cards. So hit the subscribe button now. It's completely free to subscribe IELTS Speaking, and make sure to press the bell icon so that you can watch our every video first of all, and you will not miss any kind of video from us. So press the bell icon to all, and also subscribe our channel for the latest updates. And if you have any query, you can comment down. We will try best to help you guys out. So let's have a look on the cue cards. Okay, introducing first cue card for January to April 2021, and let's have a look on first cue card. It is describe any work you done in a group and got success. In the cues, you should say what it was and when it happened, why you choose this area of activity, and how easy or difficult it was to achieve. So you can talk about that you did any work in a group. So in a group you did any kind of work, and with that work you got success. That means your work got success because your aim was, I can say, your aim, you reached your aim, that you just got success in your work, the work which you was doing in group. In the cues you should say that when what it was and when it happened, that what was the work and when it happened, that when you did this work and you got success. Why you choose this area of activity, that why you have choose this area of activity, why that what was the reason behind this, and how easy or difficult was it to achieve. So that is the main point, that how easy or difficult it was. So you can share all the things, that ups and downs and all the difficulties which you faced in this activity. So you can talk about any activity you did in group, kind any project, or any I would say the best example is that you were in a college or in school and you was just making a project or any electronic gadget and you got success in that. So that is, I think, the best thing which you can explain in this. Moving further, describe your favorite singer. So this is completely easy, the most easiest cue card. Describe your favorite singer, who he or she is, what type of songs he or she sings, what type of people listen to his or her song. So guys, well, I would say that talk about singer in which you can tell a lot of things, I would say, because you might be fan of Sidhu Moosewala, you might be fan of Karan Aujla, you might be fan of Amitabh Bachchan is not a singer, you might be fan of I would say A.R. Rahman, you might be fan of Arijit Singh. But the thing is that you should have a complete knowledge about them, that how many awards they won, how many songs they did, that what are their capabilities. And in the cues the things which you have asked, that who he or she is and what type of song he or she sings. So you should know about the song, what type of song he or she sings, beat song, folk songs, romantic song, what kind of song he or she sings, and what type of people listen to his or her song, then what kind of people listen to his or her song, younger generation, I would say older generation, or 40 to 50 or 50 to 60, these kind of people you should talk about. So moving further, describe a new skill you want to learn from another person, what it is, how would you learn it, where you can learn it, and explain why you want to learn it. So talk about any skill which you want to learn from another person. Next is describe a time when a family member asked for your help, when it was, who asked you for help, how you helped, and how you felt about it. So talk about time when a family member asked you for help. So in the this is in the cues you should say when it was, who asked you for help, how you helped, and how you felt about it. All right, moving further, it is describe a person who helped other in his or her spare time. I would say these are the common cue cards which is coming from so long. They talk about a person who help in his or her spare time. Who is this person? How often this person help other? How this person help others? Why this person help others? And how do you feel about that person? You can talk about my father's friend, my mother's friend, or my friend's friend. Anybody you can talk about that. He's a teacher. She's a teacher, and in her spare time, she preferred to help poor people, and she or he found it. I would say she loved or he loved to help poor people. This give him or her internal peace and happiness. These kind of things you can talk about. And how do you feel about that person? Of course you will say that he's a philanthropist. This kind of vocab you should use, and make sure to check out our previous videos to get the latest vocab for your IELTS speaking. Moving further, describe a time when you changed your opinion. When was it, how, what was the original opinion, why you changed it, and explain how you felt about it. So you can talk about you made some plans, and or you decided to do something regarding your studies, regarding projects or any kind of meetings, but you change your opinions, or these kind of things you can talk about. That when was it, what was the original opinion, that what was your, firstly what was your opinion, and then why you changed your opinion. Or something you can say you thought to fight, I can say, no, you thought to stood in the college elections, and but later on you changed your opinion due to some reasons. You can talk about that earlier there was there earlier I would say you have an opinion that I will stand in this college election and I will do this, that, but later on you change your opinion due to some reasons. You can talk about it. Earlier it was this, but now I changed it, and explain how you felt about it and why you changed it, the reason you can talk about. Next is talk about the toy you liked in your childhood. What was the toy? Who gave it to you? How often did you play with it? So you can talk about toy which you used, or I would say which you like in your childhood. Next is describe a successful small business that you know. In the cues you should say what kind of business it is, how you know about it, what the business reputation is like, what kind of products they sell, and explain how you feel about it. Further, describe an old friend you got in contact with again, who he or she is, what he or she likes, how you got in contact, and explain how you felt about it. Next is describe a volunteering experience you have had, what it was, where it was, why you volunteered, and how you felt about it. So you can talk about the latest situation of COVID-19 that in which you volunteered. These are the good example nowadays with the present scenario you can talk about, but you can talk about other things like school activities, college activities, whatsoever, or any social activity. Moving further, describe an ambition that you have for a long time. What is it? What did you do for it? Can you achieve? When can you achieve it? And explain why you have this ambition. So you have an ambition that you can say you have an aim in life, ambition in life, which you want to achieve, and further its cues. Describe a program or app in your computer or phone. What the program or application is, when, where you found it, how you see it, and how you feel about it. It's kind of easy thing which you want to talk about. Any application you can talk about. Moving further, describe a time when you forgot something important. When it was, what you forgot, who you were with, and what was the result of your forgetting, and explain why it was important. So you can talk about anything important thing. Maybe in early morning you have to call some of your friend who had an important exam for entrance exam, just to I would say that your friend told you to wake him up early in the morning, because sometimes he's not able to listen the alarm, but you totally forgot to call your friend to wake up, and your friend was sleeping and he just lost everything. These kind of things you can talk about. Describe a time when you forget something important. All right. Moving further, describe an intelligent person you meet. Who is the person? What does she do? What do you think why do you think he or she is smart? And how do you feel about him or her? Next is talk about a new public building place which you would like to visit, which building place it is, where it is, when you would like to visit, and with whom you would like to visit, and why do you want to visit it. Further, describe a historical building that you visited, which is the building, where it is, how do you know about the building, and why you think it is important. Further, describe an interesting animal, what animal it is, how you know about this animal, where they are found, and describe what facts about this animal do you found most interesting. Next is describe a conversation topic you were not interested in. When you had the conversation, who you talked with, what was the topic, and explain why you were not interested. Describe your favorite clothes, what it is like, who gave it to you or where you bought it, how often you wear it, and explain how you feel about it or why you enjoy wearing it. Further, describe a water sport you would like to try in the future, or describe a sport you would like to try for the first time. What is it, where you would do it, whether it is easy or difficult, why you would like to try it. Next, Describe a film movie that you made that made you laugh. What is the name of the movie? When did you watch it? Who you watched it with and why it made you laugh. Next, describe a line. Describe a line that you remember from a poem or a song. What is the line? Where do you remember it from? What is a significant for you and what is it? Why is it significant for you and how does it make you feel? Further, describe an expensive activity that you enjoy doing occasionally. Describe the activity you like. What do you do with it with? How is it expensive and what are your emotion about it? Expensive activities, I would say. Any kind of activities like bungee jumping and some adventurous activities are kind of expensive, or I would say any kind of activities like climbing from height from a helicopter through parachute, and these kind of activities are kind of expensive. So talk about describe an advertisement you remember well. What is it? When and where you saw it? What happens in it? Next is describe a good decision you made recently. What was it? When you made it? What was the result? And explain how you felt about it. Next is describe a country where you would like to work for a short time. In which country? What type of job you would like? Why do you want to go there? Moving further for the next cue card, that is describe a tradition in your country. What is it? Who takes part in it? What activities are there? And explain how you feel about it. You can talk about your tradition in your country, any kind of culture. Moving further, describe an area of science that interests you. What is it? How did you learn about it? Why you are interested in it? Next is describe an energetic person that you know. Who is this person? How you know this person? Why do you think this person is energetic? And explain how you feel about this person. Next is describe an advice you gave to someone. Who you gave advice to? What advice did you give? How it was helpful and explain how he or she felt about it. Next is describe a mistake you have made. What is it? When you made it? How you made it? And how you felt about it. Next is describe a book you read recently, or describe a book you read that you found useful, or describe an exciting book you read. Cues are when you read it, what type of book is it, what is it about, and why did you find it useful. Next is describe a new skill you want to learn. In the cues, you should say what it is, how would you learn it, where you can learn it, and explain why you want to learn it. Talk about any new skill like driving, swimming, anything you can talk about. Next is describe a photo of yourself that you like or you have taken. When was it taken? Where was it taken? Who took it? Or how you took it, and explain how you felt about the photo. Next is describe a family which you like and are happy to know. Who they are, where they live, how you know them, and explain why you like them. You can talk about any family, your neighbors or your relatives, or your neighbors of your relatives, any person you can talk about. Next is describe a place full of colors. Where is it? How you know about it? When you went there? What you did there? And then explain why you think it is colorful. Next is describe a person who you think is very open. Who this person is? How you know this person? Why do you think this person is very open? And explain how you feel about this person. Like this person is very frank, you can say. Oh yeah, like me. Sorry. So let's moving further. Describe a time you saw children behave badly in public. This is common nowadays. Where was it? What were the children doing? How were others reacting to it? And explain how you feel about it. Next is describe an old person you know and respect. Who he or she is, how you know this person, what he or she is like, and explain why you respect him or her. You can talk about any old person, or you go and walk daily in the morning or evening, and you met that old person daily, so you know him or her like this, and you respect him or her, and explain why you respect him or her. That your parents have already given you good manners to respect elders, and also you can talk about that about their nature and about they are very helping, and anything you can talk about that you respect them. Next is describe a time when you received good news. What was it about? Who told you the news? When did you know it? How did you feel about it? Why do you think it was good? So, and yeah, you are doing IELTS, and of course, you will apply for your visa application, and you got a call that hello, your visa is approved. So that is such a biggest good news. You can talk about any good news you received, but in exam you should have to talk about any other news, because they will say that before IELTS exam you're talking about good news about visa. Or you can talk about that you no only you can talk about any other good news, like you got first position in any competition and you have not expected that. Anything you can talk about. Next is describe a prize that you received. What prize did you win? How do you feel? Why is this particular prize important? And of course, wrap it up. So wrap it up. I would say that you can just cover it up that why this prize was important, how you got this prize, and what was the importance to you for that prize, and how you felt that you won this prize. You can talk about student of the year prize. That is a good thing, good idea in my opinion. Student of the year prize, I would say that is good. Next is describe an event you attended in which you didn't like the music played. What was the event? Where were you? What music was like? And explain why you didn't like the music. So you went to any concert or any event, and the background music or the music in the event you didn't like. Why you didn't like? You talk about that musicians were not that good, or musicians was not playing any beat or any music which you have your interest. You can talk about. Next is this is kind of similar again, that describe a prize that you received, but here you got talk about a prize you want to win. It is kind of similar, but it is not. Earlier they told you that describe a prize you win, but here you have to talk about a prize that you want to win. So you can also give the same answer that you want to win student of the year prize, that why this prize is important to you, and how you will feel when you will win that prize, so and so. What prize is it? How you know about it? What will you do to win it? Of course, you will do work hard in academics, games, and all that stuff so that you can be student of the year. And why do you want to win? Further, describe an occasion when you wasted your time, where you were when it was, what you did, and explain why you think it was a waste of time. This is quite easy thing. You can talk about that where you wasted your time. Next is describe a time when you were surprised to meet a friend, where it was, who you met, when was it, and why were you surprised. You can talk about you went to marriage and you saw your old friend at the same marriage and you was surprised. Oh my God, he's here. So or she's here, whatever you want to say. Next is describe a time when you first talked in a foreign language. Where you were, who were you with, what did you talk about, and explain how you felt about it. You can talk about that you went to any country, you went to France, you went to any country, then you just talk them in foreign language. You can talk about in Polish, in French, in German, in Spanish, anything you can talk about. If you know, you know. Describe a risk you have taken which had a positive result. It's a quite easy, or I would say that what it was, why you took it, what the result was, and how you felt about it. You can say anything that you took risk, but the result, but that had a positive result. Like investing some money in, but there was a risk, but the result was positive. You won. I would say you can give any kind of ideas in this, or any kind of you were making any project that was kind of risky, but that had a positive result and you got success in that. Next is describe something or someone that made a lot of noise. Who or what made the noise? What was the noise like? And what did you do when you heard the noise? And how you feel about it? You can talk about that. You went to some relative and their house was near to airport and planes were rushing over from their house and they just make harsh noise that was too much weird and harsh noise that was very difficult for you. So you can talk about these kind of things. Next is describe a place you visited that has been affected by pollution. Where is it? When you visited this place, what kind of pollution you saw there, and explain how this place was affected. Last but not the least, describe a time you got lost in a place you didn't know about. When did it happen? Who was with you? What did you do? And how you felt about it? So you went to any strange place and you didn't know about that, but you lost in that place. Who was with you and how? What did you do and how you felt about it? These kind of things you can say. And what did you do? You can talk about that. You had your cell phone. You just found your through, I can say in this techno savvy word, you just found your location from Google Maps, or you called your friend, shared your live location with a friend on social media. These kind of things you can talk about. So these are total 50 Q cards for January to April 2020. Make sure the more list of cue cards, if any will be updated, some I would say if more cue cards will be there, then we will give you those cue cards on our channel too, along with every cue card sample answer. So make sure to hit the subscribe button now, press the bell icon, and if you have any query, comment down. We'll try best to help you guys out. Till then, take care, stay safe, goodbye.